Hey guys, what's going on? Adam from Say Exotics. Welcome back to the channel. I trust you've had a fantastic weekend. Mine, busy as always. It's a new week. Again, looking quite busy for me, but I hope it's a lot better for you. So in this video, guys, as you can see from the thumbnail, I've roped in a friend of mine, ALDO from Dark Science Reptiles, and he's going to be the first of many breeders that jump on one of my videos. I want to do sort of a mini series on what the reptile community means to you, and I'm going to sort of address that question to a few breeders, and there's a few big names in the industry coming, guys, that I've roped in to help me with this. And again, I want to thank Richard over at Predator BP because he sort of set the bar on this, really. So credit to you, buddy. Fantastic idea. I'm not going to do many of them. There's just 3 or 4 breeders that I've been wanting to work with for a long time, and obviously the distance thing has always been an issue to be able to do that. I do have plans to go to America at some point this year, or next year should I say, and actually do some vlogs personally with some people, and in Canada as well. So that'll be pretty cool. Look out for that early next year. But I wanted to get a few people along, and I wanted to ask them, because I've told you guys what this community means to me, and I've told you why it's such a great hobby to be a part of, but I want to hear from other people what it means to them, specifically, personally, their highs, their lows, the good things, the bad things, why they think it's such a great hobby and great community to be a part of. And ALDO from Dark Science Reptiles was the first to step up to the plate and accept the challenge. So later on in this video you'll see a little clip from him. It's only a few minutes long, but what he says is fantastic. You know, it really hits home. I share a lot of the same views as ALDO, so hopefully you guys can too, and you can actually see sort of firsthand what other people think of this hobby. And I'm going to go across the spectrum. I'm going to go from, you know, a small breeder like myself and ALDO to, you know, big breeders. I've got some big names coming up, guys, in the pipeline that people have all agreed to jump on and help me with this. So definitely stay tuned for that one, because you're not going to want to miss those. Going to be pretty awesome. So guys, before we do jump over to ALDO, a few people have been asking me questions. Obviously it's December, so early Merry Christmas to everybody, if I can say that already. But obviously breeding season is in full effect right now. Lots of pictures on Instagram, lots of videos on YouTube of locks, of breeding behaviours, and that's all fantastic to see. A few people have asked me some questions. I'd like to answer them now, if I may. A few of them are like, well, a few people asked me the same question, really, and that's if you've got a younger size female, do they still show the same sort of breeding behaviours as an adult female, especially if you've got them in the same rack? Now the short answer, in my opinion, is yes, they will show similar behavioural traits, but don't get them quite mixed up with breeding behaviours, because a lot of breeding behaviours can be attributed to other things. For example, if you're breeding a female and she's building follicles, she's going to be cool seeking. She's going to be bowl wrapping a lot of time in the bowl, in the water, at the cool end of the tub. Now, if a younger female is doing the same thing, yes, environmental triggers will also affect that, because you've got to remember these baby snakes are from the same area as the adult snakes, and they go through the exact same environmental triggers, the weather, everything's exactly the same. It's just that that female has got breeding on the mind, and probably that younger one has just got survival on the mind. Two very different things, but they can show, especially in collections in captivity, they can show to be very similar. So if you've got a breeding female that you're breeding and she's bowl wrapping, spending a lot of time in the water at the cool end, especially at the start of the breeding season, that's what you want to see. That's a great sign. Because to build the follicles, they need to go through various stages of not cold, but cooling and heating, and you'll see as the season goes on, as it progresses, that they go to different areas of the tub to what the body needs, what its follicle needs. If you've got a juvenile snake doing the same thing, So if you've got a 500 gram female or a 200 gram male, whatever it may be, and they're spending a lot of time in a water bowl, could be a number of things. It could be that their tub is too dry and they're trying to raise the humidity themselves. They could be going into a shed cycle, or they could have mites. That's a really good telltale sign that mites could be present. The only things that snakes know how to do when they've got mites is drown them. It's like an instinct. They know that's the only thing they can do. They can't like be like a monkey and pick them off each other like they do on the telly. But the only thing that they can do is soak themselves, because they know that the water will drown them. It's like an instinct. It's built into them. So check your snake over for mites. If mites aren't there and you're completely clear, check the humidity in the tub. If you're using paper, it could be a bit too dry. If you're using something like I use now, like Reptile, the humidity is never really an issue anymore. Humidity is great. In fact, you know, I'm getting perfect sheds. My snakes seem to have a better appetite. You know, some of the snakes that weren't eating so well are eating fantastically now. And I'm putting it down to the substrate. It could be environmental triggers, it could be anything, but I'm putting it down to the substrate. Some picky feeders that I had before are now thriving since being on the Reptile, and it's just such a fantastic product for all sorts of reasons. So make sure that, you know, obviously they're mite free, make sure the humidity's right and the heat's right, and don't be afraid if they're on paper. I mean, I love paper. I absolutely love unprinted paper as a substrate. You can't go wrong with it. What I have noticed though is that obviously with paper, when you got any sort of decent number of animals on paper, you're going to be forever cleaning snakes. Now, cleaning snakes is part of the hobby. Cleaning snakes is part of the fun. It's a good part of it. It's an important part of it. You know, people dedicate, you know, their whole day on cleaning animals, which is fantastic. With me personally, because I do shift work and I work away from home, the time that I do have at home is very valuable to me. As you all know, I've got to sort of squeezing a lot of things, you know, from the house to the animals to the kids to the wife and all sorts. So having a substrate like Reptile has allowed me to not have to come in there every day and clean. Yes, I'll spot clean every time I open a tub, but there's a bit of poop there that comes out, etc. And they probably get a full clean once a month. I'll take all the Reptile out, I'll sanitize the tub, they get like a clean with some wipes and stuff, and then fresh Reptile will go in. But if it's paper, I'd have to every day. I'd have to be in it every day, and I was losing so much time, and I was in here till quite late. And using Reptile, and it could be any substrate, it hasn't got to be Reptile, but using a substrate has made my life, my scenario a lot easier to deal with, because of my lifestyle and my hectic sort of schedule. But you know, if you are using paper, just make sure the humidity is right. Make sure that you give them a spray now and again, nice big water bowl, and you'll notice if they're not shedding right, you know the humidity is off, and you need to do something about it. But as long as you've got, you know, make sure you've got no mites, and the humidity is fine, and all that sort of stuff, the heating's fine, then you've got nothing to worry about. I mean, snakes will show a sort of similar sort of behaviour no matter what age they are, but you've got to sort of take into account what age they are, what weight they are, if you're breeding them, if you're not breeding them, take that into account. I hope that sort of cleared it up a little bit. Feel free to come to me personally directly and ask me a bit more in detail. I'll be happy to go through it with you. Another question that I get quite a lot is, I can't get my male to breed, or I can't get my female to breed. What can I do to entice her? Now, Paul over at Urban Constrictors, I'll leave his details down below, done a fantastic video on answering this on his 2 minute Tuesday sort of segment. So go and check that video out. I'll leave the link down below so you can go check that video out. But he answers it perfectly. So if you're the guy that asked me that question, go and check out that video, because it does it better. It explains it better. But in hindsight, if your snake's not ready to breed, don't try and force them. There could be very many reasons why they're not ready to breed. but Paul will go into a lot more detail with it than I can. So again, I'll put the link for that video down below. Go and check it out and ask Paul directly. He'll only be too happy to help you. So guys, let's jump over to ALDO over in Utah, USA, who's going to just quickly tell us what the reptile community means to him, and I'm looking forward to this one, so I hope you guys are too. Take it away.
Hey Adam, first of all I want to thank you for involving me in this. I'm really excited to be part of this, and also to hear what other people, other breeders have to say about it. But yeah, so thank you. As far as what the reptile community means to me, it means a lot. I mean, it has become a big part of my life. The breeding of the reptiles is obviously a huge part of my life, but alongside with that, just being in this community and being able to meet all these amazing breeders and reptile keepers, I think that's the best part of the community. It's just how well everyone gets along, at least for the most part. I met some amazing people that I would have never met, in any other way. I made some great friends. I made some long-lasting friendships. I feel the love from the community when it comes to, helping out either myself or, other people in the community. So I think that's great. And I'm just really blessed that I was able to find it and be part of it and be, welcome to it. And that's the thing. Everyone, I mean, there's people entering the hobby every 5 minutes, it seems like. There's people leaving the hobby every 5 minutes too. But, whatever it is, when they come in, they're welcomed. I would hope that they feel that way, because that's how I felt, and for that reason I try and pay it forward to new people entering the hobby and making sure that they feel welcome and safe. So I think that's the biggest thing. It's just a community. We can come from different backgrounds, we can come from different political views, we can be different color, we can be from different religions. It doesn't matter. We have something in common, and that's the reptile keeping, whether it be ball pythons or other snakes or other reptiles. We have that in common, and I think all that other stuff just kind of goes away, and we're all just reptile lovers, reptile keepers, and that's how I feel all the time when I'm around this community. You hear all the time, all these other communities, all these other hobbies, they're toxic here and toxic there, meaning that people don't get along and things like that and everything. Everyone's against each other, and really, other than a few things on Facebook, you don't see that in this community, so I really love that. As far as the business side of this, breeding reptiles, learning from other people that have had businesses. It doesn't even have to be reptile business, other businesses that they run. So I be learning a lot from them, and everyone just helps each other out, and I love that. I really love that. So yeah, I mean, there's so much more I could say. I can go on for an hour, but I know we don't have that much time. So just, it's an awesome community. I love it. I wouldn't have it any other way, and I'm glad I found it. So anyway, back to you, Adam.
So there we go, guys. Thank you very much, Aldo, for that. It was great to see your thoughts on the reptile community, and they mimic mine quite a lot. So it's great to see that someone else feeling the exact same thing as I do about the community. I just can't go into words about how good a thing it is to be a part of, and I think you hit the nail on the head on that one. So thank you very much. So guys, do me a favour, jump down below, go and follow Aldo from Dark Science Reptiles. Fantastic person. Known him for a while now. He's actually, I remember he won one of my giveaways. I think he won my 400 subscriber giveaway. I think it was 400. Yeah, fantastic guy. Great videos. Fantastic behind the camera. So again, I just want to thank you very much, buddy. Appreciate you taking the time out to do that little clip for me. And I hope my viewers really do go and give you a follow if they haven't done it already, because you thoroughly deserve it. So guys, thank you for watching. That's going to be it for today's video. Stay tuned for the next installment of this little segment that I haven't quite named yet. But I've got some really big guys in the industry joining me with this journey also. I'm not going to quite tell you who, and I know a few of you, and I know one of you are going to be pestering me over text message to find out who this is, and you'll know who I'm talking to because you'll probably text me an hour after this video goes out, but I'm not telling you. But there are some big names. As long as it all comes through, there are some big names in this industry. They're going to be jumping on one of my videos very, very soon and telling you guys what the reptile community means to them, what keeps them motivated in it, what got them started in it. I can't wait. I absolutely can't wait, and I hope you guys can't either. So guys, thanks for watching the video. I hope you guys have had a fantastic weekend, and I hope you're very safe during the week coming. I'm going to see you very, very soon. Back to work tomorrow, so I'll be back with a video probably on Sunday / Monday, depending on the hectic schedule that I keep going on about. But guys, leave a comment down below, drop a comment, leave a like, ting that notification bell so you don't miss one of those future videos because they're going to be epic. So until then guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you soon.